My nigga Mitsuya coming in with the key Dikembe Mutombo block. BAM! We not letting your ass go. What's up, it's your boy Cintron, coming back at you with another reaction video. Now, kid you not, that's my real name. Man, what a hell of an episode, boy. Let's start off. I got my bullet points ready on the side where you can't see them, like the side chick that she is. True. So we start this episode off with us watching Takemichis facing a life or death battle, quite literally, where the leader of the Black Dragon is willing to beat his ass to death, and he ain't playing no games. So he was looking for leverage, and he got it. He used Takemichis as a scapegoat, and he was just the icing on the cake. So he was always angling for him to get his little brother into his game. He's like, how do I do it? And he smiled like creepy like that. I'm like, damn, he's up to something. Scheming. Schemers. You know, like they know a thing or two about these kind of things. But he was like, I'm going to use the situation to my advantage. Caught this dude slipping on my turf. You know, he don't know this Black Dragon territory. I'm going to threaten him. And I know my little brother is scared of me. And I'm a brick house. He built like a fucking house. So I'm going to use him as the leverage I need to get what I want. And what he wants is his brother out of the Toman gang and into the Black Dragons where he can control them. And I'm, you know, under his thumb. But, man, that's going to cause problems because we already see the future that that leads to. If he becomes, if Hakai becomes the 11th head of the Black Dragon, they're going to go full Kano and start cutting niggas' heads off and shit like they Kung Lao. So, how do we get Hakai back into Toman? Is that what the season is going to be about? I'm thinking, you know, that's the whole, you know, struggle, in Kabaddi, as they say. But that's going to be what this whole prolonged event's going to be about. How do we keep this dude from enacting that murderous, dark path that leads to just power and money being prioritized over everything? How do we keep Hakai out of that and keep him from becoming the scumbag he does in the future? So we can see that there's some history between Toman and Black Dragon. Like, these boys just got bad blood. So what is it about? It's about Toman. They were being bothered. Emil Kazutora, he was being bothered by dudes around his block in his area, and they happened to be Black Dragon cats. So Mikey and them were like, let's start a little gang so that we can protect our own and protect what's ours, our own interest. So that's where Toman started, and they had to, you know, beat their asses to, you know, set a tone and let them know, hey, you can't touch our boy. He's off limits, and we got a little squad now. So that was the inception of Toman, and they beat the 9th generation. But somehow Taiju, he got into the game, got control of the game, and he took it to the next level. He evolved it. Like, it's similar to, like, you know, I know I'm doing a joke of voice and all this stuff, but similar to what he did in The Dark Knight. Rest in peace, Heath Ledger. But he came in and took in some of those gangsters and made them go to the next level. Like, they were, you know, fighting for money, but they were scared of Batman. And they were, you know, just infighting and all that stuff. Came in, got them all coalesced together. They became a whole nother beast on the Joker. A whole different level of crime and stuff like that. I mean, just not just the efficiency, but the horrific scariness, and it mirrors the Black Dragon here. They were, you know, before, kind of, you know, to be a gangster, you got to be a G anyway. But they became straight up murderers, like the Psycho Murder Squad. Them boys is about that life. They were about to sit there and watch this man get beat to death and like feel no types of ways about it. Just stone face. Like, that's the worst thing about it. You have some reaction like, ooh, cringe, or like, oh, that punch is hard. They're just like, they're like, handle your business, boss. Like, God damn, man. So, how does Taiju get those connections to those rich people that he sells his self to and his gang off as muscle to them? Like, how did he make those connections, and who are some of these people he linked to? They got to be some dastardly, dirty people. But I love how this anime, like, talks about real life stuff. Like, you know, there's stuff like that happens in real life. Like, on the front, on the surface, they look like a credible organization, but they got, you know, ties to mafias and gangs, and, you know, some of the money is dirty. if you trace it back to its source, some people will be going away in handcuffs, and some people will be arrested and fired, and it would cause a scandal and all this stuff. Like, that really happens in real life. But who are these people that are tied to? I guarantee you there's some politicians in there, and some presidents of well-known companies. You know, there's some financial benefactors in there. You know, maybe banking groups. The hole goes deep, man. And in this world, he's made a currency out of violence. That's what he said. I'm like, damn, he's really marketed himself at his game as gang for the right prices. Kentucky Fried Violence. Because he got that red on. Ran that shit strong. He ain't the colonel, but he in charge of the operation. But, you know, it's dirty. It's all dirty. And we saw Takemichi in the alternate present that he orchestrated. They living good, eating good, dressed good, got hoes, got all this stuff going on, man. And they're above the law. They're above the law, untouchable, truly. But then Takemichi takes one of the biggest leaps that he's ever done, even thought about. He told Chifuyu the motherfucking truth. He pulled him aside, sat him down, and was like, "Hey, bro, this is what it is. This is like I came from the past. I'm here to save you," or some Arnold Schwarzenegger type shit. And he told the right person, because Chifuyu actually believed him, and really, you know, showed that he can be that shoulder to lean on. But he was, of course, shaken by the thought of him like dying. He's like, damn, I'm gonna die, but at least I'm gonna go out doing what the fuck I love and being the motherfucker I know that I am. Man, I that was a touching moment. I teared up. I'm like, damn, bruh. What a soldier. What a man with a heart. You know, he says, stay true to the mission. Don't fall off. Don't worry about this and that. Don't worry about the details. If I perish, I perish. If he dies, he dies. If I die, I die. Type, mentality. Like, that's a hardcore G-ass motherfucker. Like, so, they go over all the details. He's just shocked. He's shook. He's like, I knew there was always something off about you. Not often that you're weird, but you always say some stuff. Even before Baji died, I overheard you telling Baji, don't die out there. Make sure you stay safe. And he's like, Takemichi's lamenting the fact that he couldn't save Baji, that Baji ended up dying despite the foreknowledge that he knew of going into that battle, that he had to keep him safe. And even if he told Baji, he wouldn't have believed him. There's only obviously a handful of people that would believe him. Draken maybe, Mitsuya likely, but Chifuyu, that's his dog. That's my dog. He ready to die, So I'm glad to see that he entrusted him with that, that information, that knowledge, and to see that he came through for him. That just meant everything. So, like, what's the plan, bro? So that now that he knows it, now that he's in the link, in the loop, what we gonna do? So Kisaki can't be taken out now because he's too pivotal to him. He's ingratiated himself so well. He got 100 deep squad, that roll with him, and he brought in some of the ex Valhalla crew, which I hate seeing because I hate that walking zombie Hama and that other jazz nigga who tried to off Mikey, take him to the side and off him with Kazutora's help and his other, vice captain or whatever. Mikey beat all three of their asses, heading them all three a L sandwich. So, a hot L coming off the press, nigga. But I hate seeing them there because you just know they have nefarious intentions and they're loyal to Kisaki. And then the other dude is loyal to Hama. He was loyal, but he's also loyal to Kisaki because he was the secret leader of Valhalla. And you can't trust a snake. They'll bite you. They will fucking bite you. But so how are we gonna combat them? So Chifuyu he comes out with it just straight. He's like, we're gonna make the first division the best division out there. We have to rebuild it from scratch because Baji's dead. It was Baji and then it was Chifuyu as the vice captain, and he maintained his vice captain status. But Takemichi took Baji's position, but he's a weaker fighter. And Baji, he's not dumb. He wasn't dumb, but he's still a better strategist than Takemichi. Takemichi's going off of pure heart. You know what I'm saying? He's that dude. But yeah, so we had the meeting of the officers and all stuff to decide because we found out that Hakai that's his brother, and once the leaders found out, man, they gonna be tripping because we didn't even know we had a spy in our midst. They throwing all kind of accusations and names and labeling this dude and all this stuff without even knowing him. Adam, and I'm thinking like, okay, somebody stop this, but Mitsu's just chilling back. He's letting things kind of play out or whatever. But Takemichi and Chifuyu had a plan to try and stop him from leaving, because if he leaves, he's gonna join the Black Dragon, and he's gonna enact some hellacious future that we don't want to meet up with. So how do we stop this shit from going out? How do we stop this shit from happening? They got a plan. They had, plan A, B, and C. Plan A failed, plan B failed. Shout out to all you hoes that try to get abortion. But yeah, when it all comes down to it, man, Mitsuya stepped in and said, I ain't letting you off that easy, my nigga. I know you good people, so we can't let you walk. And I'm like, yes! And that's where the episode stopped, and the continuation will happen next week. No preview as always, because that's how they roll. I actually like that, because I don't want to be thinking, I don't want to be thinking too much or see too much. Even though I would like it, but I actually love that they don't do it. Attack on Titan gets you one every week and say, So, anyways, we're finna get up out of here. So, man, nobody ain't watching right now. But you're not even watching, no, that's my tagline. So, I'm gonna get up out of here. So, man, another great episode. Let's get up out of here, boy.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like.
Thanks for watching. Check me out at Cintron Anime, Cintron Life, or Cintron Laughs, or other social media.